Living Doll is the 126th episode of the American television anthology series The Twilight Zone. Opening narration, plot: a young girl, Christy, is given the gift of a doll by her mother, Annabelle. The doll is named Talkie Tina, and if you wind a key on the back, the doll says, "My name is Talkie Tina and I love you very much." It's clear there is tension in the home. Annabelle recently got married, and Christy's new stepfather, Eric, has been acting hostile to Christy. Annabelle bought Christy the doll to help make up for this. As they pull into the driveway after purchasing the doll, Annabelle instructs Christy to run upstairs with her new doll and not to show it to Daddy. However, they are stopped by Eric as they enter the home. Christy is eager to show off her new present, but an angry Eric demands to know how much it cost. Annabelle says Christy has wanted this doll for months and that she charged it. Eric angrily states that Christy does not need another doll. Christy flees the room, leaving Talkie Tina behind. Annabelle follows Christy, and Eric examines the doll. He winds the key on the back of the doll and hears it say, "My name is Talkie Tina and I don't think I like you." Confused, he winds the key again and the doll says, "My name is Talkie Tina and I think I could even hate you." At hearing this, he throws the doll against the wall across the room. The doll says back, "My name is Talkie Tina. And you'll be sorry." Annabelle re-enters, and we learn that Eric is actually Christy's stepfather and is bitter because he is infertile. While Annabelle understands that it is difficult for Eric to suddenly have a new daughter, she pleads with Eric to be kinder to Christy. At the dinner table, Christy pretends to feed Tina. Eric becomes annoyed and Annabelle declares that Tina is good for Christy, that it gives her someone to play with. Eric still believes Annabelle bought Tina as a reminder they cannot have children of their own. Eric catches the doll winking at him, while the others are looking elsewhere at the table. Left alone with the doll again, Eric hears it say, "My name is Talkie Tina and I'm beginning to hate you." He replies, "My name is Eric Streeter and I'm going to get rid of you." Tina exclaims, "You wouldn't dare. Annabelle would hate you, Christy would hate you, and I would hate you." Eric places a match next to Tina, who gasps. He says, "Then you have feelings." The doll replies, "Doesn't everything?" Eric accuses Annabelle of placing a walkie-talkie in Tina and speaking through the doll to get back at him. She denies it. Finding the doll, Eric goes into the garage and places it in a trash can with a lid. When Christy seeks the doll, he tells her he does not know where it is. Later, the telephone rings. Eric answers and the voice on the other end says, "My name is Talkie Tina and I'm going to kill you." He checks the trash can and is startled to find Tina gone. He again accuses Annabelle of teaming up with Christy to frighten him. He declares, "Will the two of you stop it?" She, worried and baffled by his seemingly irrational accusations and suddenly insane behavior, denies it and tries to placate him. Eric finds Tina in Christy's bed. Christy is asleep, but the doll speaks to awaken her. Eric confiscates the doll as Christy cries and Annabelle rushes in. Eric now believes that it was Christy who was playing tricks on him. Eric says the doll was in her bed. She's the one that's been doing it. Christy begs, "Daddy, please." And Eric yells, "I'm not your daddy." As Annabelle desperately tries to reason with Eric, he starts to come to the chilling realization that neither she nor Christy is the source of Tina's taunts. It is something unexplained and frightening. He returns to the garage intending to destroy the doll. He first places the doll's head into a vise and tightens it, but the doll only looks at him and laughs. He then tries to use a blowtorch to burn it, but the flame keeps going out before it reaches the doll. He then attempts to decapitate it with a table saw. Annabelle walks in and tries to stop him, but he angrily pushes her away. After Annabelle flees the garage, Eric looks at the doll's neck, only to find there is not even a scratch on it. Realizing he is unable to damage the doll, he puts it into a burlap sack and ties a cord around it, then throws the doll back into the trash can. As he places 3 heavy bricks on top of the can's lid, he hears the doll laugh. He returns to his bedroom to find Annabelle packing to leave. "How could I live with you after what you've done?" "I had to," Eric insists. "You had to," to show your hatred for me and for Christy. She snaps. She states his need to see a psychiatrist. Eric insists the doll was talking to him, but offers to return it. She agrees to stay. Returning to the trash can, he is relieved to see Tina still there. As he retrieves it from the can, it says, "My name is Talkie Tina and I don't forgive you." Eric hushes, "Shut up, please shut up," and goes back to Christie's bedroom to hand her the doll reluctantly. Later that night, Eric is awakened in bed by muffled noises outside the closed bedroom door. Telling Annabelle to stay in the bedroom, he goes out of the bedroom to investigate. He looks into Christie's room to see Tina gone. He starts to walk down the stairs, but trips on Tina, lying on one of the steps, and tumbles down the long stairway. Tina falls down to the bottom of the stairs, landing inches away from where Eric lies dying. Eric, with just enough fading strength to open his eyes, sees Tina looking at him. He then closes his eyes and dies. Annabelle screams "Eric!" and runs down the stairs. Kneeling over Eric's body, she picks up Tina, who says, "My name is Talkie Tina. And you'd better be nice to me." Annabelle drops the doll to the ground in shock. Closing narration. Episode notes: the score composed by Bernard Herrmann consists of a solo bass clarinet, flourished by harps and celesta. This ensemble creates the sinister tone appropriate for the episode's mood. The house in this episode was also used in another Twilight Zone episode, Ring-a-Ding Girl. The doll used to play Talkie Tina was a doll named Briquette that was made by the Vogue Doll Company. Briquette is a non-talker, except in the Twilight Zone. However, the inspiration for Tina was Chatty Cathy, a talking doll manufactured by Mattel. Cathy and Tina were both voiced by June Foray, one of the most prolific voice actresses of the era. Pop culture references: this episode was parodied in a The Simpsons Treehouse of Horror segment, Clown Without Pity, where Homer buys Bart a talking Krusty the Clown doll for his birthday that tries to kill Homer. In the Californian and Parisian versions of the popular Disney attraction The Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, What's Something to Be a Talkie Tina doll can be seen on a couch in the lobby as guests wait in line. However, some think it is meant to look like the little girl who is transported to the Twilight Zone in the ride, Sally Shine. A mute telepathic in the French film Bloody Mallory is named Talkie Tina. The episode also was spoofed in an episode of Cartoon Network's animated series Johnny Bravo, The Man Who Cried Clown. /Johnny, Real Good Little Talkie Tabitha. In which the character of Susie receives a talking doll, Tabitha, that, unbeknown to all of the other characters in the series, is alive and relentlessly terrorizes Johnny. References: DeVoe, Bill. Trivia from the Twilight Zone. Albany, Georgia, Bear Manor Media. ISBN 978-1-59393-136-0 grams, Martin. The Twilight Zone, Unlocking the Door to a Television Classic. Churchville, Maryland, OTR Publishing. ISBN 978-0-9703310-9-0. Zicree, Mark Scott, The Twilight Zone Companion. Silman James Press, 1982, photo and description of replica Briquette doll, external links, Living Doll at the Internet Movie Database, TV.com episode page.